project, it's important that you name your project your name and then save it on your folder. Which one is your folder? It's second period, your name. Okay. I am going to save mine on the desktop here. Okay. And make it Andy Lord of the Rings, or not Andy, your name of Lord of the Rings or something like that, and then create. So Premiere has tiles. Every tile is whatever is highlighted, okay, in blue. I like, that's my personal preference, to have project open over here so I can see my files. Some projects, sometimes when you open Premiere, the project window is down here. I don't like it. To move a tile in Premiere is real easy. Just click on the title of the tile, click, hold, and move it over other titles, and then you're going to reposition that tile anywhere you want. I like mine to be here. It's easier to see how I import the files. To import the files, you can either drag and drop the files here or just double click. Go to Costa, PRAV production, film projects, second film projects, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and then classes. Make sure you open your class, and I'm going to import. Just click over the folder and say import folder. And let's do that again for Frodo, import folder. And I would just be paying attention right now. I would not be trying to do as I go, because again, I'm going to be really fast and I'm recording this so you guys can look at it after. All right. The second important thing is to have the script. And where is the script? Well, oh Lord, where did I put the script? Right here. So if you do not have a copy of the script, just ask me for one. It is also in Schoology, but it's important to start looking at the script. And we know that we started with Bilbo. And here's Bilbo, Bilbo, Bilbo. And if we did remember to change the numbers of the recorder, the numbers are correct, which is should be scene one, shot one, take one. For some reason, we have scene two here. I'm not sure why. But anyway, this is where she's presenting the sword. And the first line of the script is, "My old sword. Here, take it." And any tile, so if I click on Premiere, any tile that is highlighted by the blue square with the squiggly key on your keyboard, you can make it bigger. You can make it full screen. And I can also make all the thumbnails bigger by just moving this thing here and making the thumbnails bigger. And I can scroll around or mouse over the thumbnail to see what's going on in here. So this is Mithril. Yeah, so we don't have the right naming here because that's supposed to be the first one. I think I like this one here best. So let's say here, shot two, take one, shot two, take two, shot two, take three. So normally the last one is the best one. If you want, I also have the copies. Oops. I also have the copies of what the shot list with the take that was the best. And let me see here, second period. Where is second period? Right here. And for the first scene, we have take four as the best one. So I don't know where take four is because I only see take three. So maybe something else here. This is Mithril. Take four for... Well, I don't know. So let's take a look at take 3 here. It would be nice to spend some time looking at the footage and figuring out what is best, but I'm going to use this one here. So I like this one. I can press the squiggly key again to come out of tile magnification. And all I need to do is to click, hold, and drag it down to the timeline. And Premiere is going to create a sequence. Now, this sequence here will be named by default with the clip name, and you don't want that. So here's your sequence. This is the little icon that shows Premiere created a sequence. I want to click here and rename this to my Lord of the Rings sequence. And you can name it whatever you want. Just make sure that you name it to something that is different than the clip so you can refer back to it. Now let's play it.
Scene 1, shot 2, take 4. My old sword Sting. Here, take it.
All right, so we can start right here. I obviously don't want the clapper on it. Obviously, I don't want anything. So when you start and going to grab the sword, this is where it would start. So I can press the C on my keyboard to get the razor tool, or I can select the razor tool here from my menus. And I would cut this. I can press V on my keyboard to go to my selection tool, or I can select the tool here on my two menus, select what I don't want, and press delete on my keyboard. I can either move the clip to the beginning, or I'll do something different later. But here's how it starts.
My old sword Sting. Here, take it.
All right, so right there, I want to cut again because I want to move to Frodo. Because Frodo is receiving the sword, right? So let's go here to the project and Frodo, and let's maximize the tile by pressing the squiggly key on the keyboard. And here's Frodo receiving the sword. Oh, all right. And we have a bigger one here. That's your editor's preference. You can either select more of a wide angle or more of a close-up angle. I want to select more of a close-up angle because it looks better. So this is the last one. I have selected that. I'm going to bring this down. Be careful. If you bring it down to track 1, it's going to override what's there. So I don't want to do that. I want to bring it down to track 2. On video track 2, I am on top of whatever was there before. So I'm not overriding. I still have the files here. I can go look at them. And I do not want any of this clapper. And here, let's play.
My old sword Sting. Here, take it.
So he took the sword here. You see the movement of him taking the sword. The last thing here is him taking the sword. So I want to make sure that I get this correct. So the sword is going up. So here the sword is going up right there. So this is where I'm going to cut and select. Oops. And select and delete and bring this here. So let's see if the movement is matching. Oops. And up. Right there. So let's bring it here.
Here, take it.
Not bad. Okay. Moving up. That's pretty good. Okay. All right. And we need to remove the dialogue from the old scene because we don't want them both. There's 2 ways you can do that. Here's the audio track. So you can just press P on your keyboard and then put a keyframe here and then another keyframe and bring the audio down. Now we don't have audio from the first track anymore.
Take it. It's so light. Yes, me.
And now we're going back to Bilbo's dialogue, which is here, and I am going to use the same one. So we bring it back to this one here. And I want to remove the audio from this track here because Frodo is not talking anymore. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to press a keyframe here and remove the audio. And
it's so light. Yes.
oh, actually, we need to remove it before because she started to talk here. So let's bring this dialogue in here. Yes, yes, made by the elves.
It's so light. Yes, made by the orcs, you know.
Not the orcs. Uh-oh.
I didn't realize that I kept saying orcs until after.
That's all right. So we have shot 2, take 3. That's where we need to find shot 2, take 4 on Bilbo. Let's see here. Shot 2, take 3, 1. Where's 4? Oh, this is Mithro. Uh-oh. Let's play this one here.
Scene 1, shot 2, take 2. Sword, sting. Here, take it. It's so light. Yeah.
And I don't want this changing hands here. So, all right. So in lieu of time, let's keep made by the orcs, okay? Or else we're going to spend the whole day here. Let's go back to my timeline. So second recording here, we're picking up from where we left, and we figured out that the dialogue was not correct, but we'll find out something later. We can even do a voiceover to fix this, but that's okay. So goes from It's So Light.
It's so light. Yes, made by the orcs, you know. The blade glows blue when orc.
So
Yes, made by the orcs, you know.
right here, I don't need Frodo anymore, so we can just cut Frodo, and nothing else in Frodo really brings me any detail or anything, so I'm just going to delete all that so we can go back to Bilbo.
Yes, made by the orcs, you know. The blade glows blue when orcs are close. And it's times like that, my lad, when you need to be extra careful.
And scene. Now, when we cut the scene, we have to go back to Frodo, so there's not a gap in here. So let's go back to Frodo here, and Frodo would still be inspecting the sword, hopefully on something a little wider like this one. Like this one. Oh, actually, the next one is Bilbo is going to hand him the mithril. So let's see if we have Frodo and the mithril. So let's make this bigger, and think it's this one.
Scene 1. That's a pretty thing. We throw.
There you go. So we go from here, and
Here's a pretty thing. We throw.
and we just want to use this. You guys will see why in a second. So where is my source? Right here. I'm going to bring the whole thing down here. So we go from this.
Extra careful.
But there is the movement thing. So here he's holding the sword up, and now he's no longer holding the sword up. So we need something that he's holding the sword up, so there's no lacking continuity, right? You guys start to understand movement. So let's go back to Frodo. That's why it takes a while to edit everything. Let's make it bigger here. So here he has the sword up, and he does not put the sword down. And the sword is down already. Okay, so maybe let's see if we have a close-up of Bilbo talking about the mithril, so we can go away from Frodo. Oh, that's my old ring. Ooh. Well, we do have this one here while he's holding the sword and she's picking it up. So let's try to use that. Let's see how we're gonna do here. So we end.
Extra careful.
I really want to go back to Frodo. Let's get us a shot that Frodo is holding the sword again then. And what's this one here? I'm just going to find where this thing is on the project. It should be here. I can't find it. Let's go here to Frodo, which is this one, right? All right. So he's still inspecting the sword, looking at it. I just need a little clip of him, just a little cutaway here. So while she's talking,
extra careful.
And then we can go back to Bilbo and use that one. Okay.
Here's a pretty thing.
Oops. And cut. Hi, Bilbo. Oh my God, no. Why are we cut? He's holding the sword up. We needed that. All right. We'll have to figure out something. But now the sword is down and all right.
Pretty thing. Mithril. As light as a feather and as hard as dragon scales.
Okay, let's put this down here.
Pretty thing. Mithril. As light as a feather and as hard as dragon scales.
And go on, put it on. Let's go to Frodo because she has one here. That's the one.
Mithril. Light as feathers and as hard as dragon scales.
Right there. Excellent. Let's bring this down.
Dragon scales. Let me see you put it on.
Let me see you put it on. Let's wait until she says that so I can extend this here because I cut too soon.
In scales. Let me see you put it on.
Right there.
Let me see you put it on.
Now she's folding it and hanging. Now she's not folding and hanging it. So, all right, let's cut it right there. And I can right click and say ripple delete. Oh, and I don't have the right sound. So let me bring this one here and let me bring it down.
Let me see you put it on. Come on.
So I'm using the sound from this one here in the image from this one here. I just removed the sound from that. So
let me see you put it on. Come on.
And I am going to cut back to Bilbo here, where he is actually. There you go. Right there, he's doing something here on the shirt, and she's looking at it. And I am going to cut to the ring, right? Close-up of the ring, which is on Frodo. We do have a close-up of the ring here. There's another one I just saw. This one. And we're going to use this one here. I would rather see a better review, but that's all right. Here's the ring. We bring down the ring review here. And oh, my precious. So let's go back to Bilbo. And I do have a close-up of her here. There you go. Right there, probably. A little less.
Oh, my old ring.
And that's what we want. We bring everything down here.
Oh, my old ring.
We should go back to Frodo now on a reaction shot of him saying, what are you talking about? Right there. Maybe a little less. This is a close-up. This is 15 frames. I don't even care about that. What's this? All right, that's a good one. There you go. He's finishing it up. Right there. Okay, that's a great one. Okay, let's bring this down here. And I can probably use this right there. And I don't need the audio from that. I should very much want to hold it one last time. This is where we're going to get the next one. And I don't know where it is. Maybe this one here.
I should very much like to. I should very much like to hold it again. One last time.
And we have a better one. So probably this one.
I should very much like to hold it again. One last time.
There you go. So I'll bring this down here.
I should very much like to hold it again. I should very much like to.
And I'm going to extend this just a little bit.
Very much like to hold it again. One last time.
Now we need the Frodo reaction here. So let's go to Frodo. And he is closing his shirt. Closing, not opening. There you go. There you go. He's protecting it. That's what I want. Okay, let's bring just the image here. I would want to show his face, and let's go back to Frodo here on his reaction to that. I think it's this one, right? Okay, we'll use this one. And what's going on? But I would like to see some scared reaction from Frodo. Maybe here. There you go. There you go. That's perfect. All right. Yeah, that was a good one. So we have here. The hands are here, and this is what I am going to bring down. Maybe a little tighter. Right there. Perfect. And now we need the remorse. And I do not know where the remorse is. I think we filmed it somewhere, maybe here in Frodo. I need to figure out where the remorse scene, and that's all we need left. Let me stop this recording. But now, what the last thing that is missing is the music. And of course, a million other things. But let's go get the music. Music is here in the project window somewhere. Film projects, Lord of the Rings. This one here. We're just going to drag this in here. And just double click on it. And here's the whole song. Now, this is a video that I downloaded from YouTube. We just want the audio, so we're just going to click here and download the audio. Let me make more space here. Download just the audio. Now, there is a little thing here that the Blum thing is somewhere around here. Right there. This is actually the remorse. So I'm going to make sure that my clip is selected. Press M. So I put a marker. And this needs to kind of sort of align with the remorse. So it would be around here, somewhere around here. Yes, it doesn't start. If you look at the original clip, the beginning of the clip doesn't have any music. Another thing that I need to do here is to make sure that I have my audio selected, go into effect controls, and make sure that, there you go. On levels, I am going to put my cursor right here, and then put a keyframe in here, and then bring it down to minus 12 or something, and let's play. This I'm just bringing the music down.
My old sword Sting.
And I would put a special effects of the sword here.
It's so light.
Yes, made by the orcs, you know. The blade glows blue when orcs are close, and it's times like that, my lad, when you need to be extra careful. Pretty thing? Me through. As light as a feather, and as hard as dragon scales. Let me see you put it on. Come on.
There you go, perfect. The ring showed up, the music changed.
Hey. I should very much like to hold it again. One last time.
And there's the remorse scene here. And we can cut here, and we're done. We just need to figure out where the remorse scene is. Let's make this tile big. And let's watch the whole thing.
My old sword Sting. Here, take it.
It's so light.
Yes, made by the orcs, you know. The blade glows blue when orcs are close, and it's times like that, my lad, when you need to be extra careful. Pretty thing? Me through. As light as a feather, and as hard as dragon scales. Let me see you put it on. Come on. Oh. My old ring. I should very much like to hold it again. One last time.
And we need to put the remorse on top of his smiling face. See you next time.